Hello, and welcome to episode 9 of the Excited Bull Crafty Time vlog. I'm Kim, and I'm coming to you from Norman, Oklahoma, where I live with my fiance Jason, our 3 dogs, and a bunch of family. Thank you for joining me, and as always, if you like this, please like and subscribe down below. It is February 11th, 2018. It's about 11 a.m., and I am drinking some Chinese gunpowder tea, green tea. It's very good. After having had donuts with some girlfriends this morning at a local donut shop. Yeah, it's quite cool today. I think it's like 28 right now. It's very nice. I am gonna dive in now. So I am working hard on Finish It February with Roxanne Richardson, who is putting on this knit along kind of thing. Finish along. I call it a finish along. Is that a thing? I'm gonna make that a thing. To finish along. But I am fighting the cast-on-itis. Something first. I found what is going to be, I think, my pattern for my cardigan that I'm going to cast on this year. It's an Andy Sutherland, I believe is her last name. Again, I will put info down below. It is the Miette, M-I-E-T-T cardigan. It's a cropped cardigan, 3/4 sleeve, fairly basic with eyelet pattern around the front. And I was trying to find, because I really didn't want to buy, I'm trying to kind of knit my stash, get my stash back down to a manageable size, because I kind of went a little crazy. Wintertime, it always happens with me. I had to start buying all the yarn. But I had bought this Barocco Remix, which is a recycled fiber yarn. It's 30% nylon, 27% cotton, 24% acrylic, 10% silk, and 9% linen. So it's really not warm or heavy, but it is still a worsted weight. And look, let's see if we can get focused. There it goes. Look at it's got these speckles. It's kind of this tweed. I'm super excited. So I'm going to knit that Miette cardigan in this next month. This is when I get to cast that on. It is just, oh, I want to. I'm fighting the urge. I'm trying to make myself like not even look to see if I have the needles, because if I have the needles, it's going to get even worse. So I'm trying to just pretend like I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but that's what I'm going to do with that, and I'm so excited. But I have been doing fairly good on Finish It February. I have done 2 out of my 6. I started February with 6 works in progress, or UFOs, and I have finished 2 of them. One of them I am wearing. It is my Cozy Up with the Stitchin' Sisters, my sister shawl, mystery knit along. I finished on time. I finished Monday or Tuesday before the mystery knit along closed. And it, you guys, is so pretty. And I'm just so happy with it. It's from the yarn. Since I haven't actually talked about the yarn in a while, the yarn is from On the Round, which is an indie dyer from Maine. Her name, I think, is Rachel Jones. And this was my unexpected, let's see if I'm showing you the right side, I am, my unexpected favorite of the bunch. Let's see if I can get the lighting and everything to work. This is her granite colorway, and it is this beautiful gray with these little tiny pops of like pink and blue and darker grays and purples and yellows. It's so subtle. I kind of want to do a cardigan out of it. I was really tempted. If I hadn't been trying to knit more from stash this year, I would probably have ordered this for a cardigan. And then the Black Magic, which is this beautiful purple, guys. It's just so lovely. Let's see if I hold it this way, get some light through it. It's just so pretty. I love purple though. I'm a sucker. And then the Eclipse. The Eclipse is probably my least favorite color. There's nothing against the color. I don't know. It just didn't hold quite the same magic once it was knit up. It looks a little better to me in the eyelet section where it's a little more solid. But it's still really great, and I really enjoyed the knit. Cozy Up Knits did fantastic. I'm gonna break things. Did fantastic, I felt like. Kind of just, I have done some things in the past with like tournaments for various sports that people were in. I never compete because I'm not very athletic, but I've helped run them, disc golf things and things when my brother was younger. And pleasing a large crowd of people like that is very difficult. And I felt like the Cozy Up sisters did very well with managing, you know, there's always going to be people who are like, I wish it was this way, or I think it should have been this way. And I'm like, oh, that's great. You signed up for a mystery knit along. Deal with it. Like, I enjoyed the crap out of it. It forced me to do lace for the first time, which has gotten me over some of my fear, which is going to help with the Miette Cardigan when I do that. So, I can't recommend it enough. It's a fun shawl. I really enjoy it. Let's see if I can show you guys. It's not, you know, triangular. It's kind of rectangular. And so it sits really nice. I wore this to go to donuts with the girlfriends this morning. And I wore it around my neck like a scarf, like I showed in my, Instagram, where I single wrapped it and with the end was draped in the front. And that was great when I had my coat on. And then when we got into the shop, I undid it and I dropped it down like this. And as someone who runs a little warm, this was like the perfect combo for me. Is this tank top dress. It's kind of a heavier dress, but it's still pretty light. And then this superwash merino wool shawl. And I was super warm. And it was lovely. Okay, I will stop, and you guys don't have to hear about the mystery knit along again for a while, probably. Except for I might wear it every week, but I won't talk your ear off about it anymore. My other finished object. These are so giant, you guys. Jason's socks. Aren't they adorable? So they fit him like a glove. Like, so nice. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw the pictures of him wearing them. He wore them around the house a little that day. He has not wore them out fishing yet because I finished them probably Wednesday last week. And he decided not to go fishing this week because it was really cold yesterday and it's quite cold today. So they haven't gotten fully tested yet, but they have been washed. I didn't walk them or anything because they're socks, and they're these super chunky socks anyway. Just washed them, actually in the washing machine. I know I'm awful, but it's Lion brand Woolies. It's 80% acrylic and only 20% wool. And then I just took them out with the washer and I hung them on a hanger to dry. And they got a little fuzzed out. See, I don't think you can really tell. Can't really tell, but I think they'll work really well for him, and I really want to make myself a pair, not quite as tall, but I do want to make myself a pair of those here soon. And then in the vein of finishing things, I am working on some older projects. So this is my work project. It's my 2 at a time socks, because I was trying to figure out what to bring to work, and I realized all of my whips I have left are big or require color changes or are just too much to carry around. So I'm lucky I had one other whip that was a nice small portable whip. It's my 2 at a time socks. They are coming along super cute. This is I actually put little progress keepers. I never remember to do this, but I put progress keepers. That's where I was last week when I showed you guys. So I've done a gray, an orange, a gray, and half of a yellow stripe now. And after this is over, I'll move those progress keepers up. I'm thinking it'll be a full other color repeat before I'm ready to do the heel, but I need to try them on again and see how long they're getting on my feet, because I do not have size 13 feet. I have 6.5 is usually what I wear in women, so I have pretty tiny feet. So, alright, the other thing I was going to talk about, so Roxanne Richardson on her vlog, where she was talking about her finish at February, she sometimes will break up bigger projects into sub-projects in her mind, and I do the same. I just never really called them that. But so like sweaters, I did the cardigan for my mother-in-law last year, and this year I'm doing the pullover sweater, oversized pullover sweater for my sister. And so I kind of have to think of it in bits. And so for the pullover sweater for my sister, there are 5 bits. There's the front, the back, each sleeve, and then seaming and the neckband as 5. And I am done with 2 of the 5. So I have front panel, sea of garter. It's so pretty. Guys, this thing is so, like, I want to just snuggle under it. It's so nice. I am so jealous of this. I'm making it and I'm jealous. It's crazy. And then the back panel, pretty much the exact same, because this is oversized, so it's nice and boxy. There's no shaping to it. It's really simple. So I have 2 there. Yeah, I didn't drop a stitch. Oh, yes it did. Okay, we got it. And then start of sleeve 1. So, it's all knit flat so you can get the great garter bumps. I thought of knitting it in the round and just doing a reverse stockinette, but with the colors and everything, I really didn't want to fiddle with it. Now, this may get stalled out, and it's probably not going to get finished in February because of something it's kind of my fault, but it's kind of outside my control. I hacked the pattern a little bit because it called for a chunkier yarn, and it called for one with wool content, and my sister lives in Arizona, and I really didn't want to make her this giant wool pullover that she would maybe get to wear twice a year. So I wanted to do it in this cotton, and I found this great bulky cotton. We talked about it before. It's Classic Elite Yarns Verde Collection Sprout Yarn. I adore it. I want to go buy all of it. But this is all I have left of the gray, which, as you can tell, I am using quite a bit of, because I decided to use it for the ribbing, and it's so I do this Seafoamy Colors Glacier, so I do a row of Glacier, or 2 rows of Glacier, and then I do the Summer Rain, which is the gray, and then I do 2 rows of the blue, and then 2 rows of the gray. So I'm doing the gray every other row, instead of every couple rows, and it is just eating up the gray. So I called my local yarn store. They are out of Summer Rain colorway in this style, and they don't know if they're going to get any more of this yarn in until possibly June. So I started looking online, and everywhere I look, the Summer Rain colorway is sold out online. So I'm trying not to freak out a little. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it if I can't find the yarn. I feel like I'll be able to eventually. It's just going to take a little work. So I'm going to give that a go. I'm going to go until my gray gives out and then see where we're at. It's looking like I'm going to need 2 more skeins of the gray to finish, because I think I'll be able to get at least halfway up the sleeve, almost all the way to the top. And then I'll have the whole other sleeve and then the neck ribbing. As long as I still want to do that in gray, which I really want to. I haven't fully, I don't know, toying with the idea of doing it in like that seafoam glacier color, but I don't know yet. It's kind of it's kind of a downer that I'm having trouble finding excuse me, more of that beautiful gray. But such is life. I will try and find more. I will try and get that done because I am adoring it. I have not worked at all on my stepmom's shawl, that West River Drive shawl, or Jason's throw blanket for the living room. So, making progress. If I can finish something else, I'd like to, it'd be really cool if I could finish at least one more thing in February, because I know once February ends and this self-enforced cast on hiatus is off, I'm going to go crazy on other things. I have a fibershare video that's in the works. I'm going to wait until I have both sent my package, she has received it, and I have received my package before I post it. So keep an eye out. That will be coming before too long. And that's about it for this week. So I hope you all have a fantastic week. Take some time, slow things down, do something you enjoy. Bye.